Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the FY24 results conference call of Techknowgreen Solutions Limited, hosted by Kiran Advisors. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode. There will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during this conference, please signal an operator by pressing star and then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Ganesh from Kiran Advisors. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. On behalf of Kiran Advisors, I welcome you all to the conference call of Techknowgreen Solutions Limited. From management team, we have Dr. Ajay Ojha, Managing Director, and Dr. Prasad Pawar, Director and CEO. Now I hand over the call to Techknowgreen's management team. Over to you, please.
Thank you so much. A very good evening to all of you, and thank you so much for participating in the earnings conference of Techknowgreen Solutions Limited call for year 24. I am pleased to share our financial results and key achievements for the year, as well as to provide a brief of our overview of our company with our mission and the larger vision. We have Techknowgreen Solutions have already had a history which has been created with our experience of more than now 20 years being in this field. And as far as our journey is concerned, we started in 2001 as a partnership firm, and then in 23 September we actually got listed on the Bombay Stock Exchange. In fact, one of the first companies, I could say, who is working on as an umbrella kind of consulting and end-to-end services provider in sustainability and environmental consulting. That's how we have presented ourselves, and in September 23 we came up with our IPO as a milestone by listing on the BSE SME platform for an IPO of 16.72 crores. Techknowgreen has been engaged in various sectors from cradle to grave approach on environmental consulting, mainly in 3 verticals. The first vertical being consulting, which we actually refer to as knowledge partnerships with our clients. In this vertical of consulting, we work in 2 separate streams. First being regulatory compliance, where we work with all regulatory permissions, including and not limited to only environment. Now we have also gone ahead and all associated and allied services in terms of MIDC, Local Pollution Control Board, and local bodies related clearances and permits have been included in our services. We have certain very specialized services in knowledge partnerships and knowledge vertical of ours, which also includes something like environmental crime investigation, cost-benefit analysis for environmental optimization, and so on. Including one of the things that we have been able to achieve in the last 1 year, getting the Quality Control of India NABED qualification, which qualifies us now as an consultant to carry out certain environmental clearances projects in 13 sectors, which earlier we were qualified only in 7 sectors. So that is how we are expanding in terms of our consulting reach. We also provide services of urban infrastructure and rural environment infrastructure consulting by creating DPRs and by creating project development reports, pre-feasibility reports, and so on. Recently enough, as you all are aware, that sustainability is that is really very up in the arena of industrial manufacturing as well as services in India. With thanks to SEBI for making this mandated reporting in terms of BRSR. And Techknowgreen, since they were already associated in terms of carrying out sustainability studies to certain extent even if that was not termed as sustainability study in the past, but we have been associated with carrying out such studies since the beginning of 2002, when sustainability was just a word. And that has helped us out to carve out our business potential in the knowledge vertical and consulting vertical into a sustainability domain. We already are working with several of our clients on reporting their sustainability concerns and climate research for that matter, which includes modeling, vulnerability assessments, reporting under GRI, carbon sequestration, and so on. The second vertical that we work on is technology vertical, which refers to execution of certain technologies which we have in-house developed. And I'm happy to share that we have recently transferred one of the technologies that we have patented. And that has been in the wastewater sector by using green technology, like using plants for cleaning the wastewater. We have also got technology for urban air quality cleaning. Now, this is very interesting because air quality has been an issue across India, especially in urban areas and hotspots like traffic junctions. We have developed technologies to that extent to treat urban air quality. And of course, solid waste and biodiversity has always been our core area where we function under nature-based technologies and nature-based solutions. We are very proud to mention that our company is probably the only company which is registered as an environmental IT firm under MSME. And we have been providing linkages between all the environmental compliances with info technology, including development of apps, development of carbon reduction or carbon tracking apps, and software for environmental compliance. Our DNA is embedded with research, and that is how our third vertical forms a very prominent part of our business. And we do research in two different verticals, engineering and policy. In terms of engineering, we keep developing different technologies for environmental pollution treatment. And in policy, we provide policy research analysis in terms of whether certain policies can be really implemented in a beneficial form, right from carbon or climate change policies to cost benefit for alternative fuels. This is the brief of our technology vertical. These are the three verticals we have been working on. And we are very proud to say that, we have worked on more than 2,500 projects till now and served more than 350 clients as such, including more than 1,200 regulatory compliance projects, almost in all the sectors that you can think of, right from infrastructure, chemical, automobile, healthcare, manufacturing, real estate, government organizations, multinationals, and so on. And this actually helps us carve our vision for the future, and our growth potential is huge that we are trying to explore by using our knowledge base as well as our execution skills. Now turning to our financial performance for 24, my colleague Prasad will take over and just speak about the financials.
Good evening, everyone. We achieved a total income of 23.50 crore, a significant increase of almost 58.10% compared to last year's 14.86 crores turnover for financial year 23. So our EBITDA grew by 37.26%, reaching to almost 8.98 crore, up from 6.54 crore. We recorded a PAT of 6.11 crore, making an increase of 35.36% compared to 4.51 crore in financial year 23. Our EPS grew up by 9.02, reaching to 9.66 crore in financial year 24 compared to 8.86.
These figures reflect a full year despite part of the year being operated as a partnership firm before converting to a public limited company on January 2nd, 2023. To provide a transparent and accurate comparative analysis, we presented financial results for the 89 days following our conversion to a public limited company. This aims to reflect our business performance effectively post-conversion. Our strategic initiatives and future growth is basically our expanding services in cross-selling impact assessment services with environmental clearance, bidding for larger government projects, exploring opportunities in data center environment permits, investing in R&D by strengthening our in-house R&D team, collaborating with IITs and internationally acclaimed universities, bringing experts on board, and enhancing our ESG division by expanding our shared resources model for environmental compliance across our client base. Developing new revenue streams is also on our agenda by launching a SaaS-based environmental KYC app to create a stable annuity revenue stream. These strategic investments are designed to drive future business growth and increase profitability.
So this point is of concern that our strategic investments are all aligned to our vision for the future, and our growth potential is still on an exponential path. With the environmental regimes being more and more stringent in this field, with that, we would like to thank you all for your continued support and faith in our company. With these briefs, we are happy to take up your questions, please.
Thank you so much for your patience listening.
Thank you. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephones. If you wish to withdraw yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to please use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. We have the first question from the line of Akhil Kumar, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, congrats on a great year and great 6 months. I have a couple of questions. The first one is with respect to the monthly run rate that you're seeing right now. Just based on the data that you had given in Feb for the 10 months of the year and the numbers that you've just published, is it fair to think the quarterly run rate is closer between 2.5 to 3 CR right now, or is it north of that?
No, it is more than that.
Hi, Akhil. Thanks for your question. Yeah. So you mean to say quarter on quarter?
The monthly run rate of revenues. How much would that be right now for the first 2 months?
Approximately 1.97 CR.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah, approximately 2 to 2.5.
2 to 2.5 CR per month is what we're running right now.
Yeah.
And so you had highlighted that there was about 45 CR worth of order book that was there a couple of months ago. Can you walk us through what the order book looks like right now, and what is the period during which you expect to burn through the order book?
So right now, there was a spillover in the order book, which we have already discussed about and declared also from previous years. But right now, I think we are at 54 crores order book.
53 crores in totality that carry forward. And the remaining work order in hand after reducing the financial year 24 result is almost to the tune of 30 CR from last year, and since April and May we have got almost to the tune of 5.44 CR order. So cumulatively we have kind of 34 to 35 CR order book in hand right now.
And most of these projects are expected to be completed within 1 year.
Got it. Okay. And then what is the, if I may ask, how much of an order book are you expecting to close this financial year with?
So it's been just about 2 months into this year. But most of the projects, if you look at the timeline, most of the projects are to be completed within 1 year.
Got it. Okay. And you're consistent. You said that 5 CR of order book is what you've received in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
And final question regarding the during the last call, you had mentioned that we can expect revenue CAGR of close to 60 to 70% for the next 3 to 4 years. What is that? Does that still hold good? And what should be the margins that they're expecting for this financial year? Given that you said that you're also getting into the more order construction EPC space and just not pure consulting.
No, so let me, it would take a little bit elaborate explanation on that. See, our mix of revenues are actually from both EPCs as well as consulting and research, which is to the tune of consulting about 70% and consulting about, let's say, 55 to 60%. And about 25% is usually from our technology, that is our implementation in EPC, whereas our R&D is also growing, which is about 20%. So that's the mix of our revenue streams. Each of them will have a different profitability, as you would be aware. Okay.
Yes.
And but on an average, what we have achieved in this year is going to be consistently delivered is what we are anticipating.
Got it. So the 38, 39%, approximately 40% margins is what you're expecting for the foreseeable future.
I mean, I don't want to speak on that, but then you can take my credentials. I don't want to be maybe non-compliant to SEBI on this call. So I think you can take our numbers and do the projections. I can only say that we will consistently, achieving what standards we have been. Okay, sorry, I'm not sure whether I was able to answer all the.
Yes, and just touching base on the revenue growth rate. So is it fair to assume that it will be north of 50% for the next few years?
Absolutely, that's what we have been projecting. We want to be consistently achieving what we have been achieving in the last year or so, 3 quarters, and we are very positive and optimistic that we could continue looking at what order book values we have right now.
Got it. Sounds good. That makes sense. Thank you very much. I'll jump back in the queue.
Thank you, Akhil.
Thank you so much, Akhil.
Thank you, Akhil.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, you may please press star and 1. The next question comes from the line of Dr. Krishnan Raghavan, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Thank you. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. The data is very, very impressive, and in fact, half of the questions I wanted to ask, I think my colleague, Mr. Akhil, the earlier person who asked the question, has already covered a lot of ground. So I would just, have 2 questions. One is that, of course, it is a publicly listed company very recently, so it would be very ambitious to look at a lot of shareholder value immediately. I think over the years we can expect the company will add a lot of value to shareholders, whether it's a dividend policy, because right now we are not sure. I mean, what is the thought process about giving dividends to shareholders in the coming years? I'm sure it is a growth phase. I'm not expecting immediately this year, but in the coming years, is there any thought process of giving dividends? That is my one question. And second question is that I keep checking the website of the company. I'm not getting enough information about a lot of positive news about where the shareholders feel more confident about the company, because you're doing a lot of interesting stuff, but maybe it is not getting updated in the website because the growth is amazing, right? I mean, from the time it is listed and the IPO, I in fact applied for the IPO. I did not get it, but as soon as the price dropped, I bought a lot of shares. But now, what happened is in between there is a free fall of the share price, very drastic in terms of volume. almost I lost half of my invested value in between, and now it's slowly coming back. Of course, it is part of any company's growth trajectory. So I'm not just looking at Techknowgreen Solutions as a standalone case, but to increase the shareholder confidence, right? What is your thought process about dividend policy? Second is that I think a lot of how much you are planning to advertise about the company or even share actively about the positive news about the company, because I think that will also boost especially retail investors' confidence, because I almost got a heart attack when half of my money gone, like almost 50%, close to 10-12 lakhs of the shareholder value went down very drastically, and then now it is slowly recovering. So I have these two questions. I'm not sure whether it will be, it is easily answerable by you, but I want some kind of guidance from you about the future, about dividend policy, and also second thing is about doing more about marketing what you're doing outside, right? So that's my question. Yeah.
Thank you, Krishnan sir. How are you? So this is Ajay. And thank you so much for the question. See, we are here for the long run, and environment and sustainability is the thing of the future and the present. And this business that we are in is not only a knowledge business, but also it is part of the future of protecting the environment for the future generation. So we are on the track, and I can assure you that whenever we earn, it is for our shareholders also that they are going to earn. And we don't mind, we won't mind sharing the profits or sharing, all our earnings with our shareholders also. So definitely in the long run, sir, if I may take that liberty to answer you, definitely there would be plans, there are plans of dividends and other things. As the process itself is an evolving process, and since we also have a lot of expansion plans going on in our minds, it is too early probably to tell you about what kind of expansions we are planning, but I can assure you that we are on the right track, and as I can assure you that as a shareholder of Techknowgreen, you will never regret. I have been telling this to all my shareholders. Second part, which is well taken part of yours, sir, about advertising and marketing plans. You would know that, since we have transitioned from a partnership firm to a limited firm, and it has been about 6-7 months that we are in this, slowly and steadily we are now building our marketing plan as well and reach out plan as well. And that includes, making our presence felt. In fact, just about 2 days back, we presented the marketing plan to our board of directors, also in the board meeting. And it's not only reaching out to social media, but also making our physical presence felt in the entire arena of our investors as well as our clientele. Networking is on our cards, and networking along with tie-ups with good agencies who are who could also take us to the next level are on the cards, and we are really working hard towards that. I can assure you again that you will be seeing us more visible. Like I can tell you for sure that LinkedIn is where we are present very prominently, and if you could follow us, you would come to know a lot of details almost on a daily basis. But we haven't explored other social medias and our platforms as such. Twitter is what our board of directors have also agreed that we need to be over there on having a Twitter handle. And we have now a team rather who are also working towards making our presence felt. But as far as a strategic marketing plan is concerned and reach out and branding plan is concerned, we were lacking that. I would agree with you, lacking to the optimum level, but that will be plugged in the coming days. That's for sure, sir. Rest assured, we will not let you regret. Have patience and have belief in us is what I would tell you. Don't take hasty decisions very quickly, but I can assure you that in the long run we are there as the players of the market in environmental business.
Thank you so much. I think that's very, very comprehensive, and it kind of restored my confidence. But again, as I told you, I think you have two clear marketing channels. I mean, one is about the corporate marketing that you anyways will do, but also there is another channel where you are also talking about knowledge partnerships. Yes. And when you're working with pollution control boards or United Nations Environment Program, or there are a lot of international bodies, even a lot of big companies have corporate social responsibility, CSR. Yes. And Techknowgreen should work with these big players who are into environmental safeguards and environmental, pollution control and all that. So that one is about marketing what you do, the other one is about marketing your CSR kind of knowledge partnership kind of initiative, so that the brand value, the visibility of the brand increase, and that again is, indirectly it will assure this shareholder like me, because I'm a retail investor, and out of interest I invested. And then when the price, in the stock market went down 50 or 60% drastically, I called your company secretary, I think Mr. Vinayak.
Yes.
And I called him and I was panicking that I lost 10 lakh rupees from my investment, and what's happening there, because I'm not able to find what you guys are doing in the website, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, no, sir, everything is fine. It's a market-related fluctuation and all that. So I understand it is growth trajectory of any company, especially innovative companies like yours. And I will be patient, but I want a bit more kind of marketing, bit more, reinforcing customer, shareholder confidence, right? I think that would help me, because we are in for long run. I mean, I'm not kind of looking at a 6 months or 1 year kind of timeline, but even if we keep the share for 5 years or 10 years down the line, it's either the value of the share or even the dividend policy. Something should be reassuring to the shareholder that yes, it's a long-run company and we should hold the share, right?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Well taken your point, sir. And trust us that, we are working and aligning ourselves with the expectation. And that is why I particularly mentioned that it's not only marketing and branding for our corporates or our clients, but also for our investors, for our shareholders, and for our upcoming, shareholders in the market. So absolutely, we'll have a multi-pronged strategy of reaching out to everyone. And even for our investors, we would definitely be talking about our knowledge partnerships in the future, for sure, sir. Thank you for your trust, sir, and thank you for all your suggestions.
And also, I wanted to appreciate, just to conclude, because I think the primary lesson I learned from National Stock Exchange in a training program in MSc is that if a company is transparent, they will have more independent directors, right? I think you have 3 independent directors or 3 or 4, and that shows that the management is very transparent in its operation. So that is also restoring the confidence, because in many companies, they restrict just with a minimum number of independent directors, but you have gone to the number of 3, which also conveys a positive message to outside world that whatever you do is transparent. Yeah.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Thank you for your trust, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Sanika from Sapphire Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes.
Yeah. So, I'm relatively new to your company. So, can you please help me understand the operations of the business in terms of what exactly we do, who our clients are, what kind of orders we get, and where do we get these orders from?
Sure.
Hello. Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Techknowgreen Environmental Solutions was earlier a partnership company which was formed in 2001, and in January 2023 we are converted into public limited company, and in September 2023 we got listed as the first environmental consultancy firm which are providing all environment related integrated services all across India. So we basically work in 3 verticals. First is consulting, wherein we provide 2 types of services. First is regulatory services, wherein all permit-related services as well as audit, cost-benefit analysis, then due diligence. All these services we covered as a technical part of environmental aspects, wherein the standards laid down by statutory bodies are we verify and we see to that our clients adhere to those standards. So that is come under regulatory part of it. In sustainability, as you must be aware that SEBI has given a guideline for first 1,000 companies to do their sustainability reporting. So we are part of it. We are providing those kind of services. In addition to that, we also work on carbon capture, carbon credit, and net zero plans. We have also got an order from Maharashtra Pollution Control Board for 4,300 cities to prepare their carbon action plan for the neutralization of carbon. So that is under sustainability part of under consulting. Second is technology, which further get bifurcated into two parts. One is implementation part of it, and second is information technology. So under the implementation, we deal with different kind of pollution problems, such as wastewater treatment, so domestic as well as affluent wastewater treatment. In addition to that, air pollution on urban as well as industrial scale. But solid waste management and other related services with respect to the new notifications. So that is what we work in implementation. We have recently got a patent on our name for circular economic wetland technology. And we have also developed one product known as a Yuka Yantra for urban air hotspot air pollution management. So that is control equipment, that is basically, which also got approved by Maharashtra Technical Committee, and we are providing that particular product to different CSR as well as to different industrial clients as well. In information technology, I feel proud to say that we are the first company who is working with respect to information using the information technology tools for environmental compliances. So we have developed certain apps as well as software for monitoring as well as compliance of the environmental standards. So that is about information technology. And in third is the research, wherein we work on the engineering part of it and policy part of it. So different policies which government are coming up with. So whatever cost benefit analysis or a social impact assessment kind of a study, or whether how that policy will serve for the betterment of the society, that kind of study we do under policy basically. And related to engineering, we carry out all problem statement we identify from the market, that what problems basically industries are facing and government are facing, and we apply our mind on the through our innovations, and we come up with the solutions to basically deal with that. In addition to that, we also serve almost 18 sectors across the market. We specialize in data centers. And basically, all the data centers in Maharashtra are most of our clients. So this is brief about our company.
Okay, so
I hope it has given a glimpse of what we do.
Yes, it did give a lot of clarity. But who are our clients and what kind of orders do we take?
Ma'am, we have all the clients starting from small scale, medium scale to large scale. Those are government, semi-government, then state as well as national, central level governmental clients. As well as we have almost 18 sectors such as construction, automobile, chemical, and all the pioneer of this particular sectors are our clients.
Yeah. Hi, this is Ajay. In terms of actually naming the client, something like Singapore Telecom, in the data center business, because data center is a growing business, we do all kinds of sustainability and environmental services for permits and regulatory compliances to Nextra, to Airtel, to NTT, Singapore Telecom, and so on. In terms of construction sectors, right from Ambi Valley to Big Space Ventures, which is Indospace and ESR, we have been providing them. These are only the big names like Sterling Wilson and all. I'm just naming them. Onward Technology, we have done sustainability for them. And then we have, in terms of industry, if you look at chemical industries like the listed ones to the likes of Bulgaria Chemicals or Hemo Pharma, which is recently taken over by Piramal, Mazda Colors, Cipla, Godavari Biorefineries, the Somaya Group. We have Mahindra in the list. So in the sugar and distillery, we have done almost 30 sugar distilleries projects for EIA and environmental. This thing. Bosch has been our client, Mahindra and Mahindra, Unilever, Jivavdan, Nahar Builders, and Gargantuan, and so on. So, if you look at the sector-wise, our clients, most of the sectors which we have been is more of environmental permits and environmental policy research and sustainability in terms of service providing for data centers and construction industries. In terms of industrial clients, we are mostly working also with them on regulatory compliance and actual implementation and designing of their effluent treatment or wastewater treatment plants. So these are the kind of work orders that we get normally. There are few work orders, especially like due diligence for our foreign direct investors, clients, FDI clients, where they want to investigate before they invest on environmental contaminations and environmental. This is majorly the type of projects that we do and the type of clients we have.
Okay, so like government-wise, we are just associated with Maharashtra government, or we are also looking at different governments? Like we're working.
No, absolutely. So we work mostly in Maharashtra as well as we have worked with CPCB recently, Central Pollution Control Board recently. We just did a work for them on plastic. But see, what has happened is from Pollution Control Board, we might be associated only with CPCB and NPCB. But from the point of view of local bodies, which are also semi-government organizations, we have worked with Delhi Jal Board, we have worked with INFC in Delhi, we have worked with Delhi Municipal Corporation, we have worked with Nashik, Himachal Pradesh. So local bodies we have been working across, but most of the local bodies, it's not service, it's basically our turnkey technology project that we have worked with them.
Okay. And just one last question, if I may ask. So, do we have any seasonality in the business? That is, do we have a stronger H1, H2 as compared to H1, and what percentage are those in terms of revenue?
So, in terms of revenue, it is not that biased because what happens is the projects that you get are usually run through at least 6-8 months. So what happens is the revenue is distributed across the year. And that is why in terms of booking the orders, maybe there is a bias. But in terms of revenue streams, the bias is really marginal.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I have few more questions. I'll get back in the queue.
Sure. Please. I hope we have been able to answer your questions, queries,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the next question from the line of Sanjeev Damani from SKD Consulting. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, absolutely, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. Sir, actually, you have told a lot of things about your services, but I want to have a specific understanding whether you supply some material made in your factory or workshop, or you do everything at site.
No. So, sir, if you look at our technology division, where we actually do turnkey projects or we do EPC contracts.
Okay.
Some of the projects require on-site works. So, for example, if you are working in the basement for a project of construction and preparing a sewage treatment plant, for example. So there would be some project so our EPC contracts have mechanical, electrical, and plumbing part as well as some part of civil.
But no machinery part, sir. They call it ETP plant. So
yes, absolutely. We supply ETP plants. Yeah, absolutely. We have done more than about 200 projects of ETP and STP.
Okay. So these are the machineries which you make in somewhere in your workshop. Your workshop is also in Pune, or you only give technological services on site.
So ideally, what happens is the work order is for the entire thing. We don't have our own workshop, but we have a tie-up with the workshop.
Okay.
So we outsource that part. However, what happens?
Like Engineers India, which does a lot of activity for petroleum marketing companies and refineries and all those, right? Yes. Am I right? Somewhere like this?
Yeah, somewhere like that. But at the same time, what we do is there are certain products which are our R&D products. Like we have just recently come up with a product for urban air cleaning.
Okay.
Like on the traffic hotspots, we are placing these equipment. Now, this equipment being highly research oriented. In the initial phases, we have been developing this, different parts with different people, and there are certain proprietary items which we are creating on our own in laboratory.
Okay. So you will have
our own laboratory, but our people go and make these equipments.
Got it. But sir, this will have some, what do you call, rights on it, they call it patented. It will be patented things will be there, products or software. So you will have exclusive right. Means these things we have heard elsewhere also in the newspapers and elsewhere that in Delhi also they are planning to put unit like this which will gather the bad air and release the fresh air by cleaning it.
That's right.
So are we alone in this line, or there are so many people bidding or coming up?
So I'm telling you, sir, to be very frank with you, as far as ETP and STP is concerned, we have our own technology patented now. Okay. And we recently got the patent about 2 months back.
Very nice.
It's an Indian patent, so we have already got the patent in that. And that has been transferred now to the company. It was earlier our own, we started off way back. The company was not listed. Yeah. But in terms of air quality, if you see, we are already in the process of patenting the technology. And believe me, the future is about air quality. And we are in the right space because we are.
I will not take much more time. And now my next question is, what is the visibility for next 2 quarters? Because I think you will report your financial figures in September, after September only.
Yes.
So what is the visibility for these 2 quarters? I mean, some confirmed orders or based on, some leads?
Sir, the growth rate is going to be consistent of what we have achieved till now. I can only say that you can understand. I don't want to overstep on the compliance part of it. But I can assure you that we are consistent.
Sir, if you have some confirmed orders in hand, you can always disclose. I think there is no problem.
Yeah. So if you look at our earning call also, we have been talking about a total order value of about 34 crores, which is already in our hand right now.
And likely to be executed in next 2 months, or it will take more time?
Next 1 year. So all these orders are usually having a timeline of 9 months to 12 months.
Okay. And obviously sometimes there are delays because of some issues here and there. That is likely, or
sir, most of the orders, in fact, are all services related orders. So delays usually don't happen in services. Delays usually happen in turnkey projects or EPC contracts. So I think we will be able to complete, deliver all these projects in the next 1 year. Hello?
Sanjeev, do you have any further questions?
I think we lost him on that.
He's still connected. But, if there's no response, we will move to the next question, sir.
Please, yeah.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Dalpat Mehta from Sun City Advisors. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
You have very elaborately explained detail about the company twice. but still what I feel that we can't remember all the things being a new company, and we are also new to the this segment. So I will suggest if you can prepare a good investor presentation which cover all the things, and it can be uploaded on the BSE side and the company website after all the half-yearly results, which we are not giving in future quarterly results. So that will be more easy to understand and look after the details about the company.
Very nice thought, sir. Very nice thought, Mehta sir. And I will take it a point that I will upload our profile on our this thing also.
Yeah. So the details are available in prospectus, but as you know, it is 400 pages and very difficult to get the thing. So a presentation can briefly give the all required and important information to the investors.
Absolutely, sir. I will do that. I will do that.
Thank you, sir. As you told, I heard, maybe I may be wrong or right, due to some disturbance in listening. So at present, you have some 35 crores order, and you may be getting more orders since it is the just beginning of the year. So at the end of the year, the execution and the further orders may be of bigger size. And definitely the results are good when we compare it with the previous year. But what I feel that still we have to go a very, very long way to have a good or decent size of the company's revenue and profit. So my naturally next question comes with this 24 crores revenue and with 35 crores order, what is the generally size of the billing? So how many customers are covered in this 24 crores and this 35 crores? Number of the clients and the size of the billing for one customer.
So I can tell you that on an average, we have been serving about 80 to 110 clients. So number of orders are in the range of 80 to 100 every year on year.
Okay. So the billing size is generally not very big. There are large number of clients, customers, but billing size is like if you say there are three segments or three avenues for consulting, technology, and research. So, which part is the more in the revenue?
Consulting part.
Consulting is more contributing to the.
Yes. So what has happened, sir, I'll tell you, we have cautiously taken this decision to move from EPC contracts only to consulting, more intelligence-driven and knowledge-driven services. And this is a very cautious decision that we have taken, and that is why our revenue share is almost 55% coming from our consulting.
As a shareholder, sir, I am very curious to know when the company will achieve at least 100 crores turnover. Right now it's FY25, so in which year you can see the 100 crores revenue?
Sir,
estimation, sir. This is nothing concrete.
We are also eager to reach there. I can tell you that. We are very, very eager to reach there.
And we will definitely work hard to reach there, sir. We can promise you on that.
So can we expect in 3 years down the line?
Sir, my projection that I have been declaring to all is not to that tune. In 3 years is too less a time because the realization of revenues is not to the tune of what we are expecting, and the expansion mode has to be very, very quick because right now we are at 80 people, and if I have to handle 70 crore projects, probably I would need 300 people. And that changeover or transition is time consuming because right from talent to infrastructure provision is going to take, it's going to be a task. I can tell you in the next 5 years, we have a lot of plans and I dream of, I can tell you, to reach there because that is the magic figure we want to be.
Okay. And sir, with the increase
and believe in us, I'm sure that we will be able to reach there.
Yeah, definitely, sir. And with all the good wishes from all the shareholders, we wish that it is achieved even before that. And
Wow, sir.
sir,
Thank you so much.
with the increase in revenue, sir, the margins are sustainable. The present margins are likely to be continuous.
Yes. I mean, that is what our target is, and that is why the mix of revenue plays a very, very important role, sir. Like if you look at EPC contracts, usually the profit margins are low. If you look at consulting contracts, the margins are high. And R&D, usually the margins are medium. So in order to balance that also, we being one of the leaders in end-to-end, hand-holding for our clients, the profit margins will be consistent. That is what we are projecting.
Okay. The last two questions. Is it the only company in the same line of business, or is there any other proprietorship firm, company, private limited, from the promoters group in the same line of business?
From the promoters group? No, yes, sir.
No, this is the only company.
Yeah, from the promoters group, this is the only.
And is there any...
If you're asking about peers, then it is different.
No, sir. From the promoters family.
No, sir. Yahi handle nahi ho raha hai. How can we handle more companies?
And sir, is there any plan to further dilute the stake in next 12 months or so?
Sir, nothing planned right now. We have too many things, sir. It is too early for me to state anything, but there are too many things going on in our mind with the expansion. And we will definitely be coming back to you the way we planned. No?
Because the last time when the IPO came, it was not a very big amount. So to expand the company, definitely funds will be required.
Yes, sir. We'll be working towards that and letting you know, for sure.
And lastly, sir, I would appreciate you are answering all the questions very patiently and very elaborately. So thanks to you. You have, sir, any office in Mumbai?
Yes, we have an office in Mumbai in Sion.
Fine. Okay.
Yes.
So there can be a personal meet?
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
To understand more about the company? Okay.
You have trusted us, and we definitely would like to serve you better. No doubt about it.
So nice, sir. Thank you from my side.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, you may please press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Lalit Agarwal from Krishna Agencies. Please go ahead.
Hello. Very good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, good evening.
So my only question is, sir, do you trade in carbon credits?
Absolutely, sir.
Can you base some, like you are manufacturing or you are dealing, you are buying, selling carbon credit, or you are doing some project financing, something like that? What exactly you are doing?
So we are doing end-to-end carbon credit cycle. Right from, so there are two types of services in carbon credit that we are doing. One is carbon project development in the first place. So for example, if there is an industry, if they are working on towards some kind of a heat recovery system, for example, or they are into waste to energy. So we go there, we optimize the system, we put up the monitoring mechanism, and we develop the design document. We get it registered, we get it verified, we get it assured. And furthermore, we also help them list it on the exchanges and also help them, if possible, to find a buyer from our own carbon offset. This is all about voluntary markets of carbon. This is one. Second is, there are certain clients of ours who just want us to calculate their carbon footprint and make their company neutral by having carbon credits transferred. So we do carbon credit transfer as well as carbon offset projects for our clients. Mostly right now we are working on 2-3 aspects. One, majorly on the waste to energy projects, like solid waste to biogas. We are working on certain projects. We are just developing that on solar and also cook stoves. So these are the 3 major sectors where we are working on carbon credits.
Okay. So this you are doing on behalf of your client. By your own, you are also generating carbon credit?
No, nothing. I mean, that is not yet. Not yet.
Oh, Okay.
Not yet, but assure that in future we are already planning that.
I think that is a very big market, no?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. And most of our technologies are green in nature.
So you can, you are in the same business.
You can also get an associated with that. See, what happens is carbon credits usually can be claimed when you have your own technology financed and there is a financial gap in running the technology. The problem with us is because we are mostly providing the technologies as an EPC contract for which someone else pays us. So there the carbon credit market doesn't work in our favor.
Right.
So that
you
is
can do
challenge,
project financing. Sorry.
Yes. So, but now the technologies which we are patenting and which we are researching on is going to have a carbon component.
That will be benefited to your customer also.
Yes, absolutely.
So you are planning to develop carbon credit by your own in future.
Yes.
That is a very good thing. You have a very
carbon sink. Basically, it's not carbon. It's carbon sink. Basically.
I don't know what is carbon sink, but carbon credit I know.
Sink means it's like carbon pool.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you have carbon in your name, carbon like suppose tomorrow I put on our own, we put a solar plant.
Right.
Okay. So then the carbon will be ours. And then we can sell it. Right now, what we are trying to do is develop a mechanism of revenue sharing. So even if we don't develop our own carbon projects, we can get the revenues in terms of carbon credits.
That is a good model, I think.
Yes. So we are working on that. Let's see. I mean, that is as far as our business model also is concerned, we have very clearly been mentioning about carbon credits as one of future markets.
Right. I'm very hopeful for that. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Harsh Mulchandani from Chris PMS. Please go ahead.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Thank you for the opportunity. Congratulations on great set of numbers. Wanted to understand how many number of patents do we own currently? Because you mentioned quite a few patents which you have. So just the total count of patents which are currently owned by the company.
Hello, Harsh. Good evening. Thanks for calling us. Harsh, we have one patent right now, and we are in the process of filing another patent. Okay. So it would be 2 in number, and we are also targeting one research to be initiated and completed within the next 1 year. So 1 or 1.5 years. So right now it is 1 that we have transferred on the company's name, and 1 is in the queue.
Got it. And what is our current employee strength, and where will this be in next 1 to 2 years? Because I believe we are expanding the team also currently. So just want to understand the team size, how that will shape up going forward.
So 70 plus we are as of now, and we are, looking at the work orders that we have, probably will be reaching about 90 to 95 very soon in the coming days. It's an evolving process. We are already on a spree of hiring. You could see on our social media posts also on LinkedIn, we have been continuously on the spree of hiring.
Got it. Yes, I've seen those hiring posts. Perfect. Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will take that as a last question for today. I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Ganesh for closing comments. Over to you, sir.
Thank you everyone for joining the conference call of Techknowgreen Solutions Limited. If you have any queries, you can write us at research@greenadvisors.com. Once again, thank you for joining the conference.
Thank you.
Thank you so much from our end also.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
On behalf of Kiran Advisors, that concludes this conference. Thank you all for joining us. You may now disconnect your lines.
Thank you.